It's football time in East Central Ohio. From AVC Sports and WILE Cambridge, 107.9, 98.5, Nash Icon. Now it's time to head to the field for tonight's game.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to tonight's live stream brought to you by NFHS and also produced by AVC Sports on YRP TV. Will be delayed broadcast tonight. I'm Bill Kafiri along with my partner tonight, John Valentine, to bring you the Week 13 contest between the New Lexington Panthers and the Unioto Sherman Tanks. Week 13 JV, Division 4, Region 15 semifinals. I'm sure everybody had this date circled on their calendar, right?
Heck yeah, and they also predicted the weather perfectly too, right? 60 degrees,
no
beautiful
wind.
Night as usual. I mean, how many times have we said that this year? Every week has been really nice this year for football.
A couple days ago, that might not have been the case. Maybe tomorrow it isn't. But tonight, a beautiful night for playoff football. And the Panthers come in 10-1 on the season. The Tanks at 11-0. And you look at both these teams on paper, JV, they look like mirror images of each other.
Yeah, they really do, offensively and defensively. Both teams have solid defenses. The Sherman's only given up about 5 points a game, and the Panthers about 11. But they can both put the ball in the end zone, too, on the offensive end. So it's going to be interesting tonight. As you said, really similar on paper, but paper doesn't mean anything when you're playing on Friday night.
Now, Unioto coming in, although they've got to deal with a couple of injuries late in the game from last week, they pitched some shutouts this year, and neither one of these teams make it a secret what they're going to do and who's going to get the ball.
No, as you said, 5 shutouts this year for Unioto. I mean, that's, look, Coach Hoops has turned that program around. Not turned it around. They've been pretty darn consistent the last 10 years or so anyway, but in his 6th season, winning 47 games with a winning percentage of 75%, he's certainly done some great things. And to do what he did on the basketball court as well. All-time leading coach in wins for the Shermans, too. The guy can flat out coach. But, yeah, nothing fancy here. They're going to come out. They're going to throw the ball. Both teams are going to try to pound the ball, too, in the run game. So, interesting to see the offensive end. What I'm looking forward to the most is Coach Board and Coach Hoops being able to watch what the other's doing and see if they can take advantage of some situations.
Yeah, like you said, beautiful night, but it's kind of a mirror image in the fact that both these teams have great running backs, and if they can run the ball, they're going to do that, but obviously your opponent knows that. Last week, Paul Stinson carried the ball 38 times in their win last week and has over 20 touchdowns rushing on the season. You know he's going to touch the ball a lot tonight, averaging over 8 yards per carry, and if you flip that coin to the other side, Cody Braden for the Shermans is very much a similar kind of player, and those guys are going to be the nucleus. It may come down to which team can throw the ball more effectively.
Yeah, very true, and both quarterbacks can do that very efficiently. The funny thing is here, too, looking at the East District awards, both teams took away all the awards here. I mean, you're talking about Lineman of the Year, Tristan Braden for New Lex, Offensive Player of the Year, Cody Braden for Unioto, Defensive Player of the Year, Harrison Ratliff from New Lex. Coach of the Year, Matt Hoots from Unioto. You're talking about some skilled guys, but here you're going to have Braden going up against Ratliff, Offensive Player and Defensive Player of the Year, tonight on the field in New Lexington.
Well, and that's why they're here tonight. Those guys have been the leaders all year, and they're certainly going to lead their teams tonight. No reason for the weather to be a factor, but what are going to be the keys tonight? I think the Panthers are going to start with the ball first. You got to set the tone early, right?
Yeah, you have to. And Coach Board, I've been on the field, officiated a couple of his games over the years and on his sideline. So I like the way that he coaches. He's got his kids inspired. But they like to spread the ball out. They like to run a ball-controlled offense, but from the spread. They will run the ball. They will throw the ball. And they've got some athletes to be able to get the ball, too. So, they're averaging 34 points a game in a pretty tough MVL all season long. They can put the ball in the end zone. So I don't anticipate them doing anything out of the ordinary tonight. They're going to continue to spread you out and throw the ball down the field and run it when they spread you out.
Yeah, New Lexington playing at home tonight here at Jim Rockwell Stadium, a place that's been very, very good to them over the years. What kind of an impact is that going to have on tonight's game as they get to wear the home orange and black tonight? And Unioto looks like the mini Minnesota Vikings out there with the purple and white.
They do. Yeah, obviously, anytime you play at home, it's an advantage. You get to sleep in your own bed comfortably. You get to go home and grab a bite to eat after school. And so the kids love, and this is a great facility anyway. They always have good crowds. It's a good sports town. And they got to get a W on their field last week in Week 12. So to be able to host Week 13, you got to be pretty excited about that.
Well, and this is the first year that both teams get a bye, right? So the number 1 seed in New Lexington, the number 4 seed in Unioto, they didn't play in Week 11. So they had a chance to sit, heal up a little bit, and then get ready for their first playoff game. We can see who wins that. And now it is the top seeded teams playing each other here in Week 13.
Yeah, this is what it's all about. Both storied years. First undefeated regular season for the Shermans in school history. So, they're coming in pretty high and had a pretty tough game. They had to come back last week against Columbus East, who you and I saw a couple years ago when Cambridge went down in double overtime at Columbus East in Week 12. But they had to come back against Columbus East last week, which was the first time they were losing at halftime all season. So for them to be disciplined enough to come back and put a good game plan together says a lot for their team and what Coach Hoop's done for them.
One easy win last week at home here for the Panthers against Fairfield Union. They just rolled on them. Of course, a team they played early in the season, even better result this time.
Yeah, they're solid. I mean, New Lex has been solid. But really, probably what is most impressive with them this year is their defense and the way that their defense has stepped up. Again, played some pretty tough teams in the MVL this year with Sheridan and obviously Tri-Valley. But for their defense to be able to step up and their linebackers to come up and make some plays, they're not the hugest team in the world. They're not, from a size standpoint, but they are fast, and they got guys that will come up and stick you.
Panthers will receive the ball tonight. Take a look at their offense across the front there. Brody DeCore, 205-pound junior. Chase Schreiner at left guard. Eli Stevens in the middle. The big guy, 6'5", 275-pound junior center. Tristan Braden, the right guard. Paul Neely at right tackle at just 205. But those guys quick off the line. Harrison Ratliff will line up when they go tight ends. Lane Ratliff, the quarterback tonight. The junior, 6'1", 180, has thrown for over 1,000 yards, rushed for over 500 as well. So both those things are not a lot of touchdowns in the air, but enough certainly to keep the defense on their toes. But he's an effective runner as well. And in the backfield, Paul Stenson, over 1,000 yards rushing, 24 touchdowns. Colton Mathias in front of him, clearing some ways there, but he can run the ball as well. And then on the outside, Tanner Toth, Tyson Spicer, a couple of the leading receivers as well. A well-balanced team playing at home. It's hard to bet against them tonight.
Yeah, man, so many good players here. Good quarterback play and running backs. You got some bruisers, as you mentioned earlier. Big Daddy Paul, as Coach Board calls Paul Stenson. He can shove it down your throat. They complement each other really well. Very similar styles. Interested to see who gets the upper hand tonight.
For the Shermans tonight on defense, front four, Jacob Brenner, Bryce Jarvis, DeQuan James, and Luke Howard. Not big guys, but certainly I would say quick and strong, and they'll attack you. In the middle, Cody Braden, David Long, and Judah Zikafus. On the outside, Braden Harsha, Micah Strange, Jack Weingartner. And we did allude to a couple of injuries that are certainly going to have an impact on Unioto tonight. You want to expound on those a little bit?
Yeah, and they both happened last week, late in the games. For two starters, two starting receivers for the Shermans with Jackson Zikafus and Levi Beam. Unfortunately, Levi, big hit last week and ended up with a concussion, had to leave the game late, and unfortunately he's not available tonight. And then Jackson Zikafus dislocated his shoulder separation last week as well. I mean, he's their leading receiver, and Levi Beam right behind him. So you got a couple youngsters that are going to step up tonight for the Shermans on the offensive end.
Liam Matheny to get things started for the Shermans. He's put it in the end zone a few times this year, quite a few times, back deep for the Panthers. Terrell King and Tyson Spicer, I should say. Both of them kind of hanging out at the 10-yard line. And as we said, really not much wind to speak of tonight. The flags are hanging loose tonight. Just waiting to get things underway. This is the time of the game that I personally hate it as a coach and a player, just waiting.
Right. Ready to get it moving. Once you get moving and get that first hit in, you forget about all those jitters, and it's just time to play ball.
Keys in tonight's game, what do you think?
Control the ball and keep the ball out of the other team's hands. I mean, you can't turn the ball over. When you get to week 13, you usually have some pretty decent matchups. Teams have settled in. You know what you are. Just can't give the other team extra opportunities by turning the ball over.
Got to eliminate that big play as much as you can. Now we're ready to get underway. Matheny got her teed up high. King and Spicer back deep outside the hashes. And here we go. Knuckleball down the left side, takes a hop, couple of hops, and loose on the ground. And Spicer had to hustle back and get on it and will not gain anything there. That's going to start things out deep in New Lex territory at about their own 10, 12-yard line.
As you said, a knuckleballer coming off the foot there, and he put it in a perfect position where Spicer had to let it bounce. He couldn't cut up and catch it with enough speed to be able to catch it, so he had to let it bounce, and it took that, looks like your wedge as it comes into the green, just sat right down, and he had to hustle to go get it.
My knuckleball wedge, yes. First play of the game, big splits up front for the Panthers. Out of the gun, two wides each way, motion across to trips in the side, and quick pass into the sideline. And the Shermans will sniff that out, short gain as it was complete. Did you catch a number on the sideline? I don't think I could. That was
from where we're at. I couldn't see who it was
right
either.
Down on the edge there. But a gain of a couple on the play, and right back to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Yeah, from the visitors' press box, which is where we're at. It's a little tougher to see the yardage markers down there in the sideline.
Motion across, balanced formation. Spicer back the other way, handoff inside and pounding it ahead. Stenson, and he'll get it out across the 20, which should be real close to the line of gain. I think they're going to mark him maybe a yard shot. Right back to the line of scrimmage and ready to go again. Stenson offset to the left this time. Ratliff checks the sideline, no change in the play. Third and short. A lot of defenders in the box. Bouncing around, only one guy, two guys down in the stance.
Yeah, doesn't want Ratliff to be able to get a read on what they're going to run here.
Stenson shifts to the right side. They'll give him the toss sweep. Gets to the 20, but will not get to the line to gain. I don't think so. Big stick inside. Weingartner got there, and that's going to force a fourth down situation. 4th and 1, I don't think you go for it here.
Not this early in the game, and certainly not from the 23-yard line. Big stop there on the defensive end.
And punt formation. Good snap. Short punt that's going to hit and take a Panther bounce across the 50-yard line, and it will roll dead just inside the 45. So the Shermans get it done defensively and set themselves up with pretty good field position right here at their own 44.
Yeah, the Tanks led by junior Isaac Coy has really come a long way this season. You know, one thing I'm really impressed with, he's had a really good season throwing the ball. Throw the ball to the other team a couple times this year, 5 interceptions, but 18 touchdowns through the air. But what I'm most impressed with him is he's pretty poised in the pocket, but he can run the ball. If he has to tuck the ball and run, be ready because he's pretty athletic with the ball in his hands.
Scored a few times on the ground, averages almost 5 yards a carry. 18 touchdowns passing for Isaac Coy on the season, just a junior. Got Braden offset to his right side. Long shifts to the right. Now we'll come back inside. Block ahead for Braden. He'll get stacked up for a short gain. Gets across the 45, giving him a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Panthers came out and threw the ball first before they decided to put it on the ground. Right here, the Shermans come right out and put it on the ground and get a yard.
Yeah, when you got Braden and Long in that backfield, two big bodies, they can absorb some hits, but they can punish some people too.
Long at 205, Braden at 210, both seniors. Braden offset to the right of Coy, second and long. Now Braden in motion to the right. Coy throws it to him out in the right flat. He has it out there and across the 45 near the 50 and run out of bounds in Panther territory, short of the first down. He'll be about a yard shy. 3rd and 1 in what could be 4-down territory in week 13. Panthers not big up front, but they are quick. Eli Stevens, Paul Stinson, Tristan Braden, the front three. They'll press the line with a couple of more.
And Braden, not a typical receiver, only his 6th catch on the season.
Out of the pistol. Handoff straight ahead to Braden out of what looked like an I formation. Set back behind Coy, and he got nothing. As a matter of fact, lost maybe a yard on the play, and it will bring up 4th down, and it appears a punt situation as the punt team comes running on. 4th and about 2.
Yeah, both defenses, as we said in the pregame, they're both pretty impressive, and they like to come up and stick people. Going to be fun to watch those defenses up against these explosive offenses.
Spicer back deep at the 10-yard line. Long on in punt formation. 4th and 2 from the Panther 48-yard line. Calls for the snap. Goodwin steps into it off the side of his foot and out of bounds. Shanked that one short, and they're going to mark it somewhere around the 30-yard line. Let's see exactly.
Well, I would guess about 35.
Yeah, in between the two.
Yeah, there you go.
We'll compromise. Call it the 33-yard line, and New Lexington able to dodge a bullet there, giving up good field position. 8:14 left in the opening period. No score. The Panthers with their second possession of the night.
Only the 10th punt on the year for the Shermans coming into tonight.
I don't think either one of these teams have probably punted a lot.
No.
Trip receivers to the right. Again, big splits up front. Ratliff out of the gun. Stinson offset to his left side. Now he will go in motion to make 4 receivers out on the right side. And they'll throw it to him. Out on that right side. And then a double pass back to the quarterback, Ratliff. He's got room. Out to the 40, down the sideline. One block ahead of him, and he's going to take it to the house, maybe. Inside the 10, he'll break that tackle and take it to the bank. Wow. Partner, you're going to have to describe that play. It was a double pass and a lateral.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it was, because it was a forward pass, but then he lateraled it back to Ratliff, so you could see the breakaway speed that Ratliff has and why they want the ball in his hands. But, boy, he made a guy miss about the 10-yard line and strutted right into the end zone.
Extra point, they'll go for 2. And full house backfield, direct snap back, and into the corner of the end zone and over the head of his intended receiver. That time Ratliff just lobbed it to the corner, had a running back come out on a wheel route. So the extra point missed. But boy, that was an exciting play to get the scoreboard lit up here early as Ratliff took the pass, threw it out in the right to Toth. Toth took a step with it, had to actually avoid a tackle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then threw a one-hopper back to Ratliff.
Who made a spin move to make a guy miss.
Nice pickup, too.
Yeah, absolutely. A little short hop. Wow. That's something to get the home team excited.
New Lexington strikes first. They lead at 6-0 in a one-play, 67-yard drive. That got people on their feet, I think, on both sides.
Yes, for sure.
So 7:56 left here in the opening period. And it will be the Panthers now to kick things off from the right hash. Eli Dixon has it angled as if he's going to kick it cross field.
Harsha and Welch back deep. Those are the two receivers replacing Zikafus and Beam on the offensive end.
Harsha just a freshman, and it's going to be kicked his way, heading towards out of bounds, and it just hits and dies. You talk about your wedge shot hitting and backing up. That hit at the 21-yard line, backed up to the 22, and Long hustles over and gets on it, or that's a live ball.
Yeah, absolutely. Smart job by him to be able to just to pounce on it. Look, credit these kickers and credit the coaches for doing some scouting. They find the holes in that return team to be able to kick it to and put some pressure on the return team.
So 1st and 10 for the Shermans here from their own 22-yard line. 3 and out in their first possession tonight. See if they can improve on that. Down 6-0. 2 receivers wide to the left. Long will shift in the backfield. Now motion by Braden. And the pass completed. Jack Welch coming in from the slot, curls up out over the 30-yard line, a gain of about 11, and that's going to move the Sticks. First down of the night.
Easy pitch and catch there for Coy to Welch.
Once Braden goes into motion, he gets a lot of people's attention, and the defense certainly shifted to him a little bit.
Yep.
So 1st and 10. Maybe the jitter's out for both these teams a little bit too.
Oh, well, yeah. It's always tough, that first series or two.
2 wideouts wide to the right now. Braden in motion across. And on the keeper, straight ahead goes Coy. He'll pick his way across the 30 and maybe get a half yard on that play.
Looks like he got one.
Didn't get a whole lot there, had to earn it. So 2nd and long for Unioto. Under 7 to play here in the opening period. Their second possession. Down 6 points. Harsha. Welsh wide to the right. 1 receiver left. Play action. Intended for Harsha out on the right flat. And overthrown will bring up 3rd and long.
Coy, plenty of time in that pocket. Just kind of got a little sped up a little bit and didn't get his feet quite where he needed to be, and just threw it out of the reach.
Throwing to the right for a right-handed quarterback, you got to get your shoulders and your feet squared that way. And it looked like that time, a little across his body, threw it high. Brings up 3rd and 9. Clock stopped with 6:33 left in the opening period. 2 wideouts, including Braden in the slot to the right, 2 to the left as well. Coy looks back to his right now, flushed out of the pocket, scrambles left, and he's going to go down. Loss on the play, big defensive play that time. Terrell King on the linebacker spot came off the edge. He'll pick up the sack and force the Shermans to punt it again.
Yeah, a little blitz off the backside, and Coy did not see it coming. Felt a little bit of pressure, so he snuck out of the pocket a little bit, tried to slow down to make a throw, but the defense jumped right on him.
Long back to punt again.
Now here's another explosive guy back here, Tyson Spicer.
He's got some quickness, waiting at his own 30. Good snap. Long will step into it end over end. Spicer will let this one bounce, hops up in the air, will take it on that hop, cross the 30, and then stack up a host of Shermans there around the 33. Got down there pretty quickly.
Wow, dangerous for Tyson Spicer to come up and catch that ball with those defenders in his face.
So the Panthers back on the attack here with 5:41 left in the opening period, leading 6-0. They'll have pretty decent field position here at their own 32-yard line.
Still going back to that play, that score of Ratliff. Just
if you're on defense now, you've got to be thinking, what could happen next?
Well, right? And that's one of the reasons you do that, to be able to keep them off guard. But can't imagine that play's going to come back into play now. Look at these wide splits.
Stenson offset to the right of Ratliff. 1st and 10. Play action. Back to throw the ball. Ratliff down the middle. Had a man, and what a defensive play. Wow. Spicer had gotten behind the defender, and Braden Harsha, the freshman, got a hand in there and stripped it away.
The coach has
That's 6 points.
Absolutely. Coach Hoops has been real impressed with Harsha this season. Had some real nice words to say about him, how much he's improved as the season's gone on, but obviously you could see why he's on the field. Great recovery.
Whew. Second down and 10. Handoff straight ahead and breaking a tackle in the backfield. Stenson, and then slips away from another defender and out near the 40-yard line. Cody Braden on the stop, but Stenson gives him a real good chance to pick up the first down here. 3rd and 2.
There's the reason why Coach calls him Big Daddy. He can take some hits, but boy, he's hard to bring down.
Looked like he was down. 3rd and short. Defense bouncing around. Check the sidelines for the play adjustment. Stenson off the left side. Takes the handoff straight ahead. Lowers his shoulder, powers ahead. And it's going to come down to where they spot this one.
Really close.
Well, linesman
First
said,
down.
Move those sticks. He got it, but it wasn't by a lot.
No, he just passed the marker.
Center of this defense for Unioto has been pretty tough to run against. Quick snap, 5 wide, pass out into the left flat, and that's completed. Pass completed on the outside, I think, to...
That's Eli Dixon, number 3.
Okay. Dixon, and he got it up. Another first down. Back-to-back first downs for the Panthers, and they'll go again quickly. And again to Dixon on the right side. Not so much this time, as he was stacked up for no gain. Took that one inside rather than outside. The last one up the sideline got him 10. That one, 0. 2nd and 10 from the Shermans side of the field. Count at the 47. 4 minutes and counting. Spicer across in motion. They'll fake the jet sweep. Keeper straight ahead to Ratliff, and he'll have it inside the 45. Flag on the play, our first of the night. And I believe illegal procedure is going to be the call. Indeed, that will be. So move them back 5.
Yeah, it wasn't quite set. Was the receiver coming through. He had a couple guys moving.
5-yard penalty makes it 2nd and 15.
Getting a little chilly here in the press box. We've got a couple windows open. We have the roof open.
Hey.
Boy, that air's coming right down on top of me. Where's the heater?
Right behind us, fortunately. Stenson offset right of Ratliff, 2nd and 15. Check that. Spicer now in motion to the left. Ratliff, plenty of time, fires it deep across the middle, and again, Harsha there to knock it away from Spicer this time. And got to be pretty impressed with the freshman locking down these outside guys who definitely have some speed.
Yeah, and obviously you see he's pretty darn athletic too. Don't have defensive stats as far as knockdowns. For him, passes defended, but boy, he's had 2 already tonight. I'm sure he's had several others this year.
Trip receivers to the left. Dixon to the right side. Spicer in the backfield along with Ratliff. 3rd and 15. Now motion all the way across. And they'll run the toss sweep to Spicer, trying to get some space. Not going to get there. Cody Braden there from the outside in got help. David Long there, and Weingartner. So Couple of first downs, but the Panthers drive stalls, and they're going to be forced to punt the ball away, leading 6-0, 3 minutes and counting here left in the opening period.
Harsha back deep for the Shermans.
Out there on the kick. This one a low line drive that's going to take a couple of hops. Harsha picks it up at the 20. Breaks a tackle up to the sideline, 30. And outside to the 35, tackled out of bounds. No flag on that play, but pretty good return by Harsha. With 2:42 left in the opening period, Unioto back on offense, down 6-0. Marked at their own 38-yard line. Pretty good starting position here for the Shermans. Coy's mixed it up here a little bit early, but they have not been effective running the ball.
No, not yet. 4 rushes so far for -3 yards are the Tanks.
Braden, left of Coy. He'll lead him on the keeper that way, and Coy will not get to the edge. As a matter of fact, lose a couple. And it will be second and about 12. Didn't get much movement up front. New Lexington's shown some pretty good quickness defensively.
Yeah, like I said, they're not the biggest team in the world, but they are athletic and they can get downfield.
Second and long. And a timeout.
Yep, Coach Hoop's going to call a timeout here.
Yeah, take a look here. 2:07 left here in the opening period. It's going to be second and 12 for the Shermans. They've thrown it already 3 times, but they've had a couple of 3-and-outs, have not been real effective on the offensive side. Coy's had time, but he hasn't been able to get anybody open.
Yeah, just wants them to regroup a little bit and remind his guys up front, you're going to have to give our guys a couple extra seconds here to move around. We can't do anything if we don't get some movement up front. So hold your blocks. Just trying to get them to settle down and remind them of the game plan. Nothing big here, nothing to worry about. Relax and let's play the game.
Hey, go deep into your playbook here. The defense has been very aggressive. They're coming after you here. This is a situation where maybe you go away from Braden and maybe hit a little screen pass inside to someone else.
Yeah, kind of like what we had down here earlier to Welch. Just that little 5-yard post route just to get a little bit of movement and to build a little bit of confidence to put some drives together.
Second and long. One split to the left. Trip receivers to the right. Coy in the backfield by himself now. Readjust Harsha into the slot. New Lexington bringing some heat, and the flag comes in. Somebody moved up front, and that'll drop them back another 5.
Yeah, exactly opposite what you want coming out of a timeout. Let's go, guys. Relax. Seemed like the cadence was off a little bit. There was a couple guys that moved up front.
Yeah, Coy was going to roll that time to the trip receivers. And I think the linemen saw the same thing I saw. A couple of linebackers edging up to the line. They were coming off the edge. You know you got to get out of there quick to get a block on them. Inside linebacker for New Lexington, Tanner Toth, been all over the place. Just a 160-pound junior, but boy, he can move.
Yeah, he's pretty impressive. I mean, 3rd on the team, I believe, in tackles for the Panthers.
Little shift up front defensively. The Shermans hold their water. Coy steps up, fires it, and that ball blocked and then knocked away from the intended receiver by the defender, Mason Ryder. And a flag comes in on Ryder.
Yeah, and unsportsmanlike.
So after the play.
And a much better job there by Coy to be able to feel pressure, take your time, step up in the pocket, did a really good job, but then the pressure ended up getting to him as he was throwing that ball.
Yeah, Ryder celebrating a little bit after making that play. And you might get away with that on your sideline in front of your team, but not on the opponent's bench.
Definitely not.
So the penalty gives them a third down and about 3 yards, be a short 3, but certainly a makeable distance for the Tanks. 3 receivers right, 2 split left. 5 wide here is Coy alone in the backfield. Takes the snap, looks quickly to his right, fires one deep, and a diving attempt by Harsha as the ball over his head and would have been a big gainer down to the 30, but comes up incomplete. And Unioto will have to punt the ball away for the 3rd time in as many tries.
And Paul Neely for the Panthers, pleading his case, was held as he was coming through. Did a little stunt from the backside, did a little twist and came through. And the offensive player had a hold of him. It looked like a hold to me, but the official was just letting him know that he'll keep watching it, but he didn't think it was a hold.
Spicer back deep, long again to punt for the 3rd time tonight. Good snap. Steps into it. A wobbler. Spicer will catch this one on the fly at the 24, up the middle, out across the 30, 35, and shy of the 40. Tyson Spicer. Boy, he is electric with the ball in his hands.
Yep.
Leading 6-0, 1:44 left here in the opening period. Their 4th possession of this quarter. The Panthers take over on their own 38-yard line. Actually, their best starting position here of this first quarter. Ratliff scoring the lone touchdown tonight. Stenson offset to his left. Fakes it to him. Ratliff rolls to his left, flips it out in the flat, has a man. And that's completed out across the 50 and into Unioto territory. Completed to Tanner Toth. And a first down and a big momentum builder there for the Panthers.
Sure was.
All the way down to the 40-yard line of Unioto. They'll spread the field again. 3 wide to the right, 1 to the left. Stenson. Offset to the right. Again, Unioto popping around defensively. Only 1 guy down in the Stenson. Again, back to pass. Ratliff steps up in the pocket. He'll tuck it and go. 40, inside to 40, and reaches down near the 33-yard line. He's down by contact there. Good, pretty good first down game.
Oh, yeah. Anytime you can get 7 on first down, not going to complain at all.
Coming up on the 1-minute mark, 4 down territory here for New Lexington. Tight end into the game. Actually, we'll call it a bunch formation to the right. And that's going to be the keeper by Ratliff. He'll get it to the corner and drug down by his jersey.
Yeah, no brainer there. Anytime you see that bunch formation with a lead blocker in the backfield, you got to anticipate that that's going to be a keeper there by Ratliff going towards that. I mean, you're getting 4 lead blockers out there on the corner.
Yeah, Leighton Langoff just grabbed a hold of the jersey and hung on and able to drag him down, but enough to get the first down and move the sticks again. 41 seconds and counting here. 3 wide to the left, 2 to the right, and an open backfield for Ratliff. He'll look quickly to his right, back across the middle. Flag comes in, has a man in the end zone, caught for a touchdown, but hold the bus. There is a flag on the play. Spicer.
Beautiful touch there by Ratliff, too, hitting his guy, Spicer. There is a flag, but it looks like a sideline.
Yep.
And that would be a score.
So Spicer from 26 yards out. New Lexington will extend their lead and go for 2 once again. Just 28 seconds left here in the first period. Four plays to cover the distance that time. Ratliff in the backfield. Now shift from formation right to left. Stenson in the backfield along with Ratliff. Now motion across to a 3-receiver set. Ratliff will run that way and then throw back. Has a man, and that's going to be completed but a flag comes in. Toth with the catch. But there was a lot of movement on that play, partner. Somebody might not have been moving correctly.
Yeah, I don't think they were set at the snap, or somebody was moving forward at the snap, but either way, it is against the Panthers.
So discount that play. We'll do it again. Back up 5. Hey, it just gives them a little more space, right?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly doesn't hurt them because they like to spread it out and move guys all over the place anyway. So you can spread it out here. It might make it a little bit easier. Well, we've got a stoppage over here by the official.
Again, a 5-wide set, 2 to the left. They shifted out a similar set prior to this, but Ratliff checking things out. Takes the snap, looks to his right, fires it in the corner, and that one over the head of his intended receiver. And I don't see a flag on the play, so the TD will stand the extra point. No good for the second time. And New Lexington leads at 12-0. 4 plays, 62 yards. And again, for a team that pounds the rock a little bit, they passed the ball pretty effectively.
Well, we talked about it on our drive here with those wide splits. You know, the spread offense is really a running offense. I mean, it's to spread the defense out a little bit and to give Ratliff some running lanes. And then, again, on that bunch play, where you throw 4 lead blockers and then have a lead blocker coming out of the backfield, it just kind of makes sense. But they're a very good, balanced team. When you got an athletic quarterback that can move like that in the backfield, you're crazy if you don't take advantage of that. And having him the ability to throw the ball like he can too, that's really tough to defend.
Ratliff just a junior. If you're on his schedule next year, watch out.
Well, and those listening and watching, Panther fans, there's been some Ratliffs come through here recently that have been pretty explosive in that backfield throwing the ball as well. So pretty good pedigree there.
Dixon to kick it off. They line up and make the other team defend the onside, but they will back up and kick it away. And again, this one going to be short, taken by an up back near the 25-yard line, and out across the 40, spinning down is Langhoff. So for Unioto, down now 12-0. Again, decent field position here with just 22 seconds left here in the opening period. We'll start at their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, we have a lot of action already for still being in the first quarter.
Well, both teams have had it 4 times
here. Yeah, pretty big possession here if you're the Shermans, because, you know, you're down 2 now. You're going to have to put a drive together to be able to prove that you can move the ball and get in the end zone.
Yeah, they've had 3 possessions, 3 punts. We'll spread the field here, 1 by 2. Long lines up at tight end on the left side. Handoff coming to Braden, left side, trying to get to the edge and will not get outside.
The team speed for the Panthers is impressive.
Colton Mathias on the stop, waiting for him. That's going to wind us down here in the opening period. That'll be the final play. 12-0. Panthers on top of the Shermans as we head to period number 2. Grossen High School playoff action on NFHS, brought to you by AVC Productions. We'll be back after this.
At Village Hardware and Rental in Barnesville, we've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
Back at Jim Rockwell Stadium for tonight's Division IV Region 15 semifinal, 12-0. New Lexington Panthers on top of Unioto. Bill Kafuri, John Valentine. Start of the second period. Unioto facing second and long, and Isaac Coy trying to roll to his right, get something going for this Sherman offense, and nothing going on that play once again. Shermans really haven't been able to find anything tonight here early on that's been effective.
No, and as we said in the opener, Offensive Player of the Year in the district, Cody Braden, 3 rushes, 0 yards in that first quarter. So you see the effectiveness of that Panthers defense. They're flying all over the place. In fact, the Shermans don't have a yard on the ground yet in 7 attempts.
Welsh, Harsha, and Braden split out wide to the left. Back to pass. Straight back, firing into the left flat. Double coverage and picked off. That's going the other way. Pick 6, Terrell King to the house. Right out about the 45-yard line. Double coverage on the inside receiver.
Yeah, it's a long throw across the field. Had enough juice on it, but as you said, double coverage. And King was just in the right place at the right time. Got it at the high point and took it away from the receiver. And nobody was going to catch him down the sideline.
Wow. New Lexington striking on defense early, second period. Extra point attempt. Kicking it this time, and it is up and good. Hey, when you're scoring a bunch, you can go back to the single points, right?
Absolutely.
Defensive score makes it 19-0 New Lexington. Plenty of time that time for Isaac Coy, but he took his time and threw it right into double coverage, and King made him pay the price.
Yeah, got a little anxious there, probably with the decision. And, again, anytime you throw across the field, really tough. Now, he's got a strong enough arm. He can get it there, and he had enough on it. But throwing across the field just gives the defense even more time to make an adjustment on the ball. And it's just, you just can't get enough on it, throwing it clear across the field like that. But you got to credit King for being able to make that play.
You're listening to the live stream tonight, brought to you by NFHS and produced by AVC Productions. This will be a delayed broadcast on our channel, YRP TV, after tonight's game. You'll be able to see that play and all the rest of them, too. Kickoff. And again, the Panthers keep you right on the edge all the time. They are always making you think. And again, cross-field kick. Pretty hard this time, and kicked it all the way out of bounds. So Dixon's kick that time doesn't check up. It goes out of bounds. And
now that looked like one of my wedge shots.
Will look like one of your drives. It hooked left and out of bounds.
That's true.
It's just a matter of, is it stroke and distance, or do you get to place it down there? Yeah. So Unioto right back on the offensive side at their own 35. Now down 19-0. Searching for something offensively to get going here.
Yeah, got to put something together here. We thought last possession was important. Multiply that on this one.
Braden straight ahead. Contact in the backfield. And he'll use nothing but sheer strength to push that pile forward and get 4 or 5, but that contacted in the backfield. Gavin Craig got a little bit of him.
Positive yardage now on the ground.
Yeah, mark him with just a 3-yard gain. Second down, make it 7. Harsha, Welsh, wide to the left. Langoff to the right, long, right up front as a blocking back. They'll flip it in the left flat, completed Braden. And he's got company.
Yeah, great for the defense to be able to adjust.
He hasn't been able to go to the water jug tonight without 3 guys over on it.
Yeah.
He got about 2 on that catch.
Haven't surprised them yet, that's for sure. Only the second completion for Coy tonight, and both of them have been to Braden. Out of the backfield.
Third down, 6 from the 39. Trip receivers to the right side. Braden will be the inside guy, 2 to the left for Isaac Coy. Looks back to the right side, now flush from the pockets. Rolling right, fires one down the right sideline, and a diving attempt right on the sideline by Harsha. Wouldn't have been inbounds had he made that catch, so falls incomplete. He's pleading with the official maybe for a hold on the play, didn't get that call, and it brings up 4th down.
And not much Coy could do there. Pocket broke down. I mean, had enough time initially in the pocket, but nobody was open, so had to try to get away and just couldn't find a receiver with any space down there.
Dixon back deep to return the punt this time from Long. Good snap. Long steps into it. Off the side of his foot again, and he's going to hit on the 35. Take a couple of hops, and now a big bounce for Unioto inside the 20. Will be marked down near the 15.
And you know I love punters that can place the ball where they want to. That was a perfect job by Long to find the opening. You had all that space to the right side of the field. Kick it away from Spicer. You don't want him to be able to make a play anyway. Make him run all the way across the field to try to get it. And see if both teams only have 1 punt returner back. Interesting to see if they make an adjustment and put 2 back there so that you can't get away with that.
1st and 10 for the Panthers, leading 19-0. 9:05 left first half here. It has been all Lane Ratliff making things work. Got a couple of guys in the backfield with him here. Paul Stinson behind him. Motion across. Stinson on the stretch play to the right side. Cuts up out across the 15 near the 20 and across the 25. Good first down play there. Will move the sticks again. Panthers mixing it up here.
Stinson 5 rushes for 20 yards so far for the Panthers.
Out of the pistol set here. On the fake reverse, Ratliff on the keeper down the sideline. Tell you what, the Panthers have an excellent game plan. That whatever script they're working, I want a piece of it because it's working tonight. They've tried a little bit of everything, and it's all been working. And hold on. You're the guy with the young eyes here. You're supposed to see that yellow flag.
Yeah, I didn't see it until you just mentioned it.
Yep, there you go. That's going to be a hold. No wonder he got to the edge, right?
It could be why. That's a big penalty, too. He gained 12 yards on there for back-to-back first downs. All for naught.
So that penalty drops him back 10. Will be 1st and 20 now. They're back near the original line of scrimmage. Call it the 16-yard line. Ratliff and Stinson with 2 receivers each way. Looking quickly to his left, back to the middle. Middle screen. Did not fool the defense that time. Stinson just kind of stepped up to block, turned around and caught it and went down. No gain on the play.
Yeah, not a fan of that inside screen like that. There's too many bodies in there. Too many arms, too many hands flapping around, things that could go wrong.
2nd and 20. Play action. Ratliff giving ground, now looking for some space, has to run to get away from the defense, and he does. He'll keep it and up the left sideline. Flags come from multiple directions as Ratliff finally knocked out of bounds out near the 30-yard line, but this one's coming back. Those flags came from everywhere but the concession stand.
Yeah, there was a hold on the outside that let Ratliff get loose down the sideline, and as you said, flags came flying from everywhere. Everybody had a look at that one.
So back-to-back penalties. And Marcus half the distance to the goal, puts him back near the 7-yard line.
The entire visiting stands of Shermans let the officials know about that one as well.
Hard to miss that one.
Yeah.
Ratliff, great wheels. His wheels are quite a weapon. I don't think he needed that block to get to the edge.
He might need one now.
2nd and 28. Handoff straight ahead. And Stenson kind of tried to make a cut and shift back to his right. Didn't get much out of that one, bringing up 3rd down and long. If you're New Lexington here, you just can't make a big mistake, right?
Well, you've already had 2 big ones on this drive
The penalties don't turn it over, but...
Right. Yeah, no reason to give the ball back to the white team yet. Go ahead and run a couple plays here.
New Lexington going to take a timeout and maybe talk about just that. 19-0. The Panthers on top of the Shermans with 7:17 left here in the first half. Panthers tonight scored twice in the first period. Ratliff on a 67-yard run after a long lateral that he short hopped across the field. Then a 26-yard pass from Ratliff to Spicer with just 28 seconds left. And then a pick 6 by Terrell King from 45 yards out. That's all of our scoring, all going towards the orange and black. Offensively, other than a couple of those big plays the Panthers have put together, neither team has effectively just driven the ball.
No, and New Lex really, other than this drive, they really haven't had to do that yet. They've had a couple big plays that have that first touchdown, for goodness sakes, and a couple big plays to move the ball. But good timeout here, I think, by Coach Board. As you were mentioning it before they called the timeout, just trying to go over what your idea is here. Look, don't do anything crazy. Don't turn the ball over inside your own 10, but a good timeout there to be able to remind his players of the game situation as well.
Out of the timeout, Ratliff. Back in the backfield with Stenson. 3 wide to the right. Now motion across will even it up. Back to pass. A lot of pressure right at the 1-yard line. Ratliff will break that up across the 15, 20, 25, and out near the 30. Ratliff nearly got it done.
Wow.
He was trapped right on the goal line. And able to break through those initial tackles and pick up positive yards out across the 30-yard line. Will be 4th down and 5.
Wow, what a huge play. Look at all this room he gave him to be able to have an effective punt here with some field position. Man, 3 guys had him at the goal line.
Altier on the punt. Ball snapped over his head. Chases it back, trying to pick it up. Gives it up and then picked up by Unioto, and they will score.
Wow. Oh, boy. We have seen a lot here in a quarter and a half, partner. Week 13 football. How about that? Wow.
Wow.
Just punt over the punter's head. Did a great job to be able to get back there to get to it. He certainly couldn't get his foot on the ball and kick it because there were so many white jerseys around him, but I don't know what he was doing, trying to pass it forward to somebody. I didn't see anybody.
He was going to pick it up, and he got drilled and gave up the ball. Should have kicked it out of the end zone, right? We say that.
Right.
Easy for
us to say that.
Extra point attempt by Matheny, up and good. And JB, I look at my roster, and the only guy I don't have a name for is number 45.
Of course. That's how it goes, buddy. I don't have a 45 either.
No. We'll figure that one out. But Unioto, uses a big play here. And what do we say just before the timeout?
Right.
You just can't do anything to give Unioto the momentum. And New Lexington did it right there. The bad snap over the punter's head. And it now stands 19-7.
Again, it looked like the punter was trying to pass it or pitch it forward to somebody. I didn't see another orange jersey anywhere in the vicinity, but man, he just threw it right to the defender. Wow, what a turn of events.
Dalton Waite, the punter, just a freshman. Might you say he panicked?
Well, again, he did a good job to get back there to cover it up, but you got to take your lumps sometimes. Now, look, if he would have got tackled, he would have been tackled at the 2-yard line anyway, so certainly would have given the Shermans an opportunity.
Tanner Beam on to kick it away. 6:33 left in this second period. And, boy, I shanked that one off the side of his foot. I'm not sure if that's what he was intending to do. That went dead sideways.
Sure did.
And a flag comes in. New Lexington will have pretty good field position here after giving up that odd 7 points. So 6:33 remains in a half. The Panthers will take over. And they'll mark it at the 43. Where apparently went out of bounds. Ratliff. Again, play action pressure. Runs away from it to his left. Will tuck it, spin. Out across the 45. Got a few to about the 47. Cody Braden out there, and yes, he does. He makes something happen when there's nothing happening.
Yeah, and there wasn't much there.
Ratliff filling up the stat sheet here tonight. 2nd down and 6.
116 yards on 6 carries.
Handoff straight away. Stenson, nice hole. And he'll pound it into Sherman territory and pick up another first down to the 46-yard line. 6th first down of the night for the Panthers. Under the 6-minute mark, trying to get that touchdown back on this drive. Stenson again up the middle, cuts it back to his left, breaks one tackle, but a lot of help came for the Shermans on that one. Jacob Renner in there on that one to help with the stop.
That's Stenson's 8th carry for 30 yards.
Yeah, between he and Ratliff, they've been getting it done. 2nd down, 7. Handoff straight ahead. Stenson. He had some momentum going when he got to the line of scrimmage that time.
He did. It just seemed like it took him forever to get to the line of scrimmage. I thought that was going to be a big gainer, but you got to credit the Sherman's defense for stepping up and keeping it. I mean, about a 3-4 yard gainer.
3-4 yard gain. That's going to be 3rd and 3. 4:39 and counting left here in the first half. 19-7. New Lex with the lead and the ball, and probably 4 down territory. They have 4 receivers wide to the right. They'll run the sweep to the left. On the keeper, Ratliff will move the sticks again. They just do everything they can to get the defense out of position, make you identify, and then take advantage of any mistakes you make.
Yeah, they shifted over. Sherman shifted over to the right side, had 4 receivers over there, and just a little seal block here on the outside by the tackle with no defenders around the outside. Easy first down pickup for Ratliff.
Bunch formation to the right, 3 guys there, 1 to the left. Stenson in motion to the left. Back to pass. Ratliff will step up and take off again. Inside the 30, down inside the 20, and he is hit hard. And going down, Cody Braden decleated him. But it will be yet another Panther first down.
Yeah, he'll take 16 yards and get decleated. He doesn't have a problem with that.
They've shown pass a lot this drive, but they've run it 5 straight times.
Yeah, and he hit that hole so quick. I mean, the pocket was collapsing on him. Unioto has an opportunity to get him there in the backfield, but, man, he's just so quick. He just shot forward.
Stenson. Offset to the right. And a flag comes in. Check that. Matthias was in the backfield that time along with Ratliff, and a flag will back up the Panthers 5 yards.
5th penalty for the Panthers for 45 yards.
Under 4 to play. Place the ball at the 23. Again, 4 receivers to the left, nobody to the right. Now motion there. Spicer on the jet sweep. Will try to cut it up inside, and another flag comes in. Yep, again, illegal motion on the Panthers. They haven't done a lot wrong tonight, but
now that is their 6th penalty.
Struggling with the motion here.
Yep. Well, you get so many guys moving so many different ways, you got to be set before the next guy goes. It is some confusion in there, a lot of timing. And with a week's practice leading into this game, putting in some new plays maybe, the timing may not be there.
Can't blame it on the rain.
Definitely not the weather tonight.
1st and 20. Matthias offset to the left. They'll throw the screen pass back and over the head of Tanner Toth.
He actually had 2 receivers out there.
I'm not sure.
He had Matthias coming out of the backfield.
They both looked like they were supposed to be the receiver.
And they were both open, just not the. Hey, that's a tough pass, too, rolling to your opposite side and throwing across your body. But, yeah, he had 2 receivers over there. I assume Matthias would have just been the lead blocker, but just over the fingertips.
Hey, Ratliff has made so much happen when he runs with the ball tonight. You have to respect that. 2nd and long. Matthias in the backfield with him. And they'll hand it off on the draw play. Slowed up in the backfield and then finally brought down. Jacob Renner got the first contact on him. He couldn't hold on, but several other Shermans came in to finish the job. Short gain on the play makes it 3rd down and about 15.
That's Matthias' 110th carry on the season for almost 500 yards. Their 2nd leading rusher.
5 wide here. Alone in the backfield is Ratliff. Watch out. Here comes the defense. There's the blitz up the middle. Ratliff steps up, fires it across the middle, and one hops his intended receiver. They will say no, he did not catch it.
Definitely short hopped it.
Yep. Was a good pickup.
Sure was.
Can play shortstop for me. I think Spicer coming across the middle there wasn't able to. I mean, that was a low line drive, but I think that you're going to see the Panthers go for it here. And why not, right?
6 for 12 is Ratliff through the air so far for 60 yards. Just tried to put a little bit too much mustard on that one and kind of threw it into the ground, but I wouldn't say that he was real open anyway. 4th down here, big play. As you said, 4 down territory. Looks like we're going to have another timeout.
Well, another timeout. This one by New Lexington. They go switch the page in the playbook to 4th down, 20-yard plays, right?
Well, yeah, you got to have a pretty good play call here, so probably a good time for a timeout.
I think we've seen a couple of those tonight. How about the double pass we saw earlier tonight that resulted in a touchdown? But you got to have Unioto back on their heels a little bit here, looking for something tricky. And what you really need to be aware of, probably more than anything, is Lane Ratliff finding some place to run.
Well, you would assume that you want the ball in his hands, not just throwing the ball. Give him that run-pass option, but, man, on 4th and 19, I don't know how many plays you have dialed up on the play sheet for that.
Panthers started this drive back at their own 43-yard line at the 6:33 mark. With 2:29 to go in the half, they face fourth down from the 27 of Unioto.
One timeout left is New Lex. They called 2 here this quarter. So if they do happen to pick this first down up, keep that in mind. Still 2.5 left, though.
Stenson has not been in for this series of plays on offense. Matthias has been in. Whether or not he may be the better receiver,
could be.
He stays in at the back here with 3 receivers to the right. 1 down the left-hand side.
I would assume the Shermans are coming after Ratliff here as well, like on the last one.
Spicer in motion. They'll flip it to him on the right side. And he'll throw the second pass to the end zone. Jump ball. Touchdown.
That's crazy. Well, you knew it had to be something different. 4th and 19. Week 13. Pull out all the stops.
Well, that was a similar play to the one we saw earlier. This time Spicer throws it instead of back to Ratliff down the field. And did you get the number of the, was it Dixon down there, or was it?
I can't see that.
I didn't see the receiver.
I couldn't tell that far in the corner of the end zone who it was, but I was just trying to see if it was a forward pass to Spicer to begin with. Must not have been.
Extra point attempt by Dixon is low but good. And with 2:21 left here in the first half, the Panthers get that 7 back with a long drive and lead at 26-7. Long drive. 8 plays and a couple of penalties that they had to deal with there.
Yeah, some big penalties.
To cover the 57 yards.
Well, makes up for the snap over the punter's head.
Indeed it does, and it left some time on the clock for Unioto.
Yes. 26-7. Who had that on the tip board?
Yeah, how many times can the Panthers run a variation of that quick pass? That time it looked like, actually to me, maybe from the direction we were at, it was 2 forward passes.
Well, yeah, and it's so hard to see those angles from where we're at. You know, that's the official's job to watch that, so I'm sure that it was a
no
backwards
flag down there.
No. But the way that Spicer caught the ball, you can kind of see he hesitated a little bit once he caught it, that it kind of looked like he wanted to throw it, but I looked downfield and I didn't see a receiver, but obviously he saw him better than I did.
Panthers again, the kickoff, Welsh and Harsha back deep. Dixon kicked it out of bounds last time. This one's going to come up a little short, and one of the upbacks, Long, is going to drop back and pick it up and take it out across the 35 near the 40. Unioto trailing now 26-7. And with 2:16 to go, a chance to try to maybe get something back here.
Well, 2 timeouts in 2 minutes. Use your 2-minute drill here and see what you got. But again, you can't be too crazy here because you do not want New Lexington to get the ball back. You got to use all 2 minutes here and put the ball in the end zone.
Lang off to the left, Walsh to the right. Harsha in the slot. Now he'll go in motion. Handoff straight ahead.
Yep.
And Cody Braden will pick up a few, but they're going to throw a penalty and maybe a targeting.
Yeah, it's absolutely targeting. You saw the defender come in, led with his helmet as Braden was hitting the ground, so that's a pretty easy call.
So on top of that play, another 15 yards going to move it into New Lex territory. And they'll mark it at the 41-yard line.
Well, the good news is for the Shermans is that you move the ball down another 15 yards. The bad news is there's still 2 minutes left, so you're still going to give the Panthers more time here to put the ball in the end zone if you happen to score here. Braden
in the pistol set behind Coy. 1st and 10. Coy back to pass, pump fakes it, trying to hit the hitch and go, and threw it.
Nice
completed
catch
to Welsh.
How about that?
Talk about your back shoulder throw and catch. Welsh keeping a foot, maybe both feet inbounds on that one.
I think it was.
Move those sticks again, and Unioto has the offense clicking now.
Great job by Welsh to position his body to be right on the sidelines and get both feet in.
2 first downs in this drive. They only have 3 for the half. Chance to try to punch it in here. Braden, handoff straight ahead, trying to work back to his right, ridden down after a short gain. Eli Stevens on the stop. 1:35 and counting. Shermans have to pick up the pace here a little bit. Ball just outside the 15-yard line, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, 2 timeouts. I think they're just fine because, again, you don't want to
leave a lot of time on that clock.
It's so hard to say don't score too quickly. You got to score, but you don't want Ratliff having the ball again.
Harsha in motion across. He'll set, and somebody moved on defense.
Yep.
Okay. Enough movement up front. They got somebody to jump in the neutral zone.
Yeah, there were several bodies that jumped, but from here it didn't look like they came across. But again, that's the angle that we have. We can't see the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 7 becomes 2nd and 2. Braden. And the pistol behind Coy. 2nd and short. Harsha in motion to the left. Toss sweep. Braden looking for some place to cut, and there is just nothing but orange jerseys in front of him. He might have gotten enough for a first down, maybe not.
And they spotted him right at the 10.
So a timeout's going to be taken by Unioto here. Facing 3rd and short. Not only to extend the drive, but try to get in the end zone before the first half ends. Trailing 26-7. They need points.
Yeah, well, obviously they have a pretty good kicker. They can put it through the uprights, but I don't know if 3 points is your option here. You need 6 for sure.
New Lexington had the ball to start the first half. So Unioto, a score here would give them maybe back-to-back chances. 54 seconds left here in the first half. This has been their best drive of the night, although aided by the penalty.
Certainly aided by a couple of penalties there, but don't forget too that Unioto gets the ball to start the second half. So, if they can put the ball in the end zone here, they're right back in the game with a chance to be able to put it in again the first drive of the third quarter.
3rd and 2 from the 10-yard line. Actually just outside the 10 as we look at it here. Braden in motion. Coy back to pass. Fires it in the corner of the end zone. Jump ball and underthrown slightly. Intended, I believe, for Harsha down there. And Spicer stepped in, and tell you what, Mr. Spicer grabs that one. It's 99 the other way.
Sure. I think I'd probably try to use Coy here out of the backfield. I would have done it there when you got Braden and Long in the backfield, 230-pound kids as lead blockers. I think I'd use that athleticism. It's 4-down territory. You only need a yard or so to get a first down. Use Coy twice if you have to.
4th and 2. Coy. Play clock winding down. Harsha all the way across. On the fake, the keeper by Coy. Flag comes in, though. Still pushing him forward, but we'll have to determine what the flag is here. As he got enough for the first down. The question is, who's the penalty on, right?
Yeah, it came in right away at the snap, so I don't know if somebody...
Harsha came across in motion. Did he turn up too soon?
That's what I'm thinking as well. Yep.
And that is the case.
That's big.
So New Lexington will accept that penalty and make it 4th down and 7. Big penalty there. 38 seconds left.
That changes things. Yeah, he definitely had picked up the first down, too. That's the bad part. With 38 seconds and a timeout, they certainly had a good opportunity to score.
So 4th and 7. Coy picks up the play from the sideline. Back to the huddle. Taking their time in the huddle this time. Welsh will split wide to the right, Harsha in the slot that way.
I don't know why we're stopping the clock here. Why we're stopping the play. Well, there's some discussions over there with Coach Board.
Well, they've wound up the play clock again. Well, now reset it as there is a...
Yeah, they're trying to tell them to put some more time back on the clock from the beginning of the play. What was there, 32, I think there was on it to start the play. Now they're putting 38.
Well, that's a lot of time.
It was definitely 32.
Now they'll wind it.
Yeah, I don't know why in the world we stopped it to begin with.
For Unioto here to keep the drive alive. Coy takes a snap, rolls to his right, looks on the right hand, and diving catch, incomplete, inside the 5-yard line. Would have been enough, but had Welsh on the outside trying to keep a foot in and pull the ball in as well. And missed opportunity that time by Unioto.
Sure was.
Turn it over on downs after what looked like a drive that was going to produce points. Couple of penalties. So now, with just 26 seconds left.
And you can't fall asleep here.
No, New Lexington they've already proven they can make things happen, even though they're at their own 16 here.
I wouldn't put the ball up in the air if I'm New Lexington, but boy, I sure would let Ratliff run it.
Well, Ratliff, Stenson straight ahead. We'll get it out over the 20-yard line. Got about 6 or 7 there. And back to the line of scrimmage. Will they try to run another play or let the half end? Up 26-7.
It looks like they're going to be content with running the clock out.
Yep. New Lexington will back their way off the field into the locker room with a 26-7 halftime lead. And this Division IV Region 15 semifinal. Stay tuned. Halftime coming up here. We'll get you down on the field for some of the music. We'll have our stats, scoring, and more. Catch you up on some other scores around the area. You're listening to the NFHS live stream brought to you by AVC Sports. We'll be back after this.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know what the running from Work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at DutrosAuto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford Lincoln Nissan.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
At Abel's, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work. Lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades, we do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
Looking for adventure? Check out the 2022 Ford Bronco 4-door Badlands at Doane Ford. This rugged ride is built to take you anywhere with just 18,000 miles and a soft top perfect for open-air freedom. Equipped for both off-road thrills and everyday comfort, this Bronco is ready for whatever the road brings. Don't wait. Vehicles like this don't stay long. Visit Doane Ford today and take the 2022 Bronco Badlands for a spin. Your next adventure starts here.
We know parenting is a full-time job, and it can be easy to get caught up in everyday life. The Ohio Children's Trust Fund and our partners are here for you because we all need a little help sometimes. We can connect you with essential resources in your community, everything from parenting support to ideas for self-care. For the love of your family, visit octf.ohio.gov/love to find the support you need.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
Selection is one that was originally written for the members of the Ohio University's Marching 110. Watch as the Unioto Band members move and groove to Ain't Been Good. let's give one last round of applause for the Unioto High School marching Shermans.
It might sound crazy, but it ain't no lie. The pride of the Panthers are going to hit you with an attitude as they perform and sing. Bye, bye, bye. Panthers, our next song needs no introduction. We're still laying track and keeping those wheels a-rolling with the Doobie Brothers. Long Train Running!
Rental in Barnesville. We've got everything you need for homeowner, contractor, and commercial jobs. From trusted Milwaukee tools and everyday hardware to pro-grade Valspar paint, trusted color you can count on. Plus, we offer paint mixing, key cutting, special orders, and commercial services too. And now, introducing our officially open firearms and ammo department. Fully stocked, trusted, and convenient. Whether you're working, improving, or protecting, Village Hardware and Rental is your one-stop shop. Drop by at 265 South Chestnut Street, Barnesville. Village Hardware and Rental. We make it easy to build the world around you.
Welcome back to Jim Rockwell Stadium for the second half of tonight's playoff contest between the Unioto Shermans and the New Lexington Panthers. Bill Kafuri along with John Valentine tonight for this NFHS stream of the Division IV Region 15 semifinal. Panthers lead the Shermans at halftime 26-7. And to recap some of the scoring from that first half, 7:56 of the opening period. Lane Ratliff took a long lateral after a forward pass, and he scampered 67 yards through the entire defense. The extra point try for two was no good, just one play to cover the 67 yards. 6-0 New Lex. They would add additional scores in the first half. 26-yard pass from Ratliff to Tyson Spicer on the second possession. 4 plays, 62 yards, an extra point attempt again. The try for two came up short. 12-0 at the 28-second mark of the first period. With 10:59 left to go in the second period, New Lexington would strike again, this time defensively. Terrell King, a pick six from 45 yards out. The extra point kick this time made it 19-0 before the Shermans would get on board. A muffed punt snap led to a fumble and a recovery in the end zone by Jonah Renner. The extra point made it 19-7, but too much time on the clock for New Lexington as they came back with 2:21 to go in the half. Spicer on the double pass again, this time finding Tanner Toth from 27 yards out on a fourth down play. The extra point made it 26-7. That's where we stand as we head into the second half. John Valentine, first half stats certainly heavily favor the leading Panthers, but a lot of that was trickeration and a couple of big plays, and certainly both teams with a defensive score as well. But Unioto will have the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, and most impressively, as we kind of alluded to in the pregame, is which defense is going to respond, because both offenses can move the ball, but both defenses are pretty solid too. So far, New Lex has the edge in both departments. Unioto only 4 yards on the ground, 11 rushes for 4 yards, and leading that way is Cody Braden, 7 rushes, 10 yards. I've got Isaac Coy, 4 rushes for -6. So only 4 yards on the ground with an offense that moves the ball frequently into the end zone, especially Braden. That's a really tough look for the Offensive Player of the Year in the district. Isaac Coy through the air, 3 for 10, 32 yards, and that pick six. Leading the way in receptions, Jack Welsh, the replacement, 2 receptions, 34 yards. Cody Braden out of the backfield, 2 receptions for 9 yards. So just not really any offense whatsoever for the Shermans, and a lot of that is because of the New Lex defense. I mean, they have stepped up, and they've filled some holes. They've made it very difficult for Coy to throw the ball with pressure, and Braden just hadn't been able to get loose, though he's only run the ball 7 times, but being behind on the scoreboard has dictated some of that as well. On the other hand, New Lex, 20 rushes, 174 yards on the ground, and that TD by Ratliff. Stenson, Big Daddy Stenson, 10 rushes, 40 yards, and Ratliff, I gave him a 67-yard touchdown run on that pitchback. I mean, what else can you give it, right? I don't know, statistically if that's correct or not, but, it was a lateral, so a 67-yard run by Ratliff. So he's got 8 rushes, 136 yards, and he has been the difference maker, obviously, through the air, 6 for 12 for 60 yards, and that 26-yard score to Spicer, and he leads the way, 2 receptions, 28 yards. Eli Dixon, 2 receptions for 10 yards. So offensively, obviously, it's been the Ratliff show. I mean, we knew that coming in. He's athletic. He's definitely a dual threat. But, Stenson is certainly a great complement to that, because it's he can certainly run it between the tackles and punish defenders coming up to tackle him. But, man, when you got that speed by Ratliff and just the good heads-up knowledge of being able to make a cut from the pocket, and he sees pressure and he makes a cut to be able to get positive yardage, but not just positive yardage, but extended positive yardage. I mean, he's 10 yards downfield by the time somebody else catches him. So he's certainly been the MVP so far in the first half for the Panthers.
Winner of tonight's game plays the winner of the other half semifinal tonight, Jonathan Alder and Indian Valley. And Indian Valley having their way in the first half there. They lead it big. And
34-7, and we have noticed, now I didn't check with OHSAA to make sure, but there was a post that said that Grady Kinsey has now surpassed the school or the state record in rushing touchdowns with 125. And that's the first half score. That's at halftime.
He's not done.
No, he's probably going to have some more. He's a good player.
Halftime scores, we head to the third period. New Lexington leads at 26-7 over the Unioto Shermans. The Shermans will have the ball first as we start the second half here. And you got to wonder what that conversation was like. Isaac Coy has been under pressure the whole first half. New Lexington's defense has effectively stacked the line and taken Cody Braden in the running game out of this game and forced Coy to throw the ball. And he is without a couple of his key weapons in Levi Beam and Jackson Zicafus. So a couple of backups, if you will, in the game. Braden Harsha has looked good, as has Jack Welsh. But they haven't been able to find enough space to give Coy room to throw the ball.
Now, Cody Braden coming into this game averaging 117 yards per game, and he's had 23 scores on the ground for the Shermans. And again, he's been held to 10 yards total on 7 carries. So, they got to get back in the game. It's hard to get away from your game plan. You want to continue to pound the ball with Braden, but it's not working. So I would assume you'd have to use the legs of Coy a little bit, just like on the opposite side that they're using with Ratliff with the throw and the run with the quarterback. I think Coy needs to get more involved as well.
Dixon going to kick this one off from the middle this time, and he kicks it long and deep. And at the 10-yard line, that's where Welsh will pick it up. Out to the 20, 25, and out near the 30 before he's rocked down pretty good by Dixon. Shermans need to get something going to stay around tonight and make this thing interesting. Well, they will start at their own 30-yard line. Get points on the board. Panthers showing us 5-man defensive front. They'll run the toss sweep to the short side. And Braden trying to get it turned up. Can't get much out of it. Knocked out of bounds. Carson McCoy on the stop after a short gain. I've been impressed all night by New Lexington's quickness defensively.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not a lot of size there, but boy, they go sideline to sideline and cover up all the holes. Power eye look with Long up ahead. Play action, 1-man route down the right sideline. Welsh and it hauling in over his shoulder grab. He got bumped a little bit by Ryder, but Welsh with a great catch all the way down to the New Lex 34-yard line.
35-yarder. I mean, a perfect throw by Coy, put it exactly where Welch could catch it. But more impressed that Welch hung in there till the last second with that little push off, that little nudge to be able to catch it over the shoulder. Just a great reception there by Welch.
Harsha in the slot left, along with Braden. Coy back to pass, stepped up in the pocket. Nothing was developing downfield with man-to-man coverage, and Coy's going to go down for a loss on the play of about 3 or 4.
And before that play, I was going to say, to get Coy a little bit of confidence and get him throwing some of those short routes again like we saw early in the first quarter, to get a little bit of momentum, so much, it shows you how much I know. Let's throw a 35-yard bomb instead.
So good at Coy on the season, 18 touchdown passes. As Welsh wide to the left, single coverage there. And rolls that way. Coy fires it deep to the end zone, and Welsh came back. I think they weren't reading the same thing on offense that time.
Now, had Harsh out in the flat, but he was covered up. Harsh has got to recognize that and tear off just a tad bit and head upfield. Coy was waiting for him to break off that route, and he just kept going towards the sideline, so Coy just had to throw it away.
3rd and long, and probably at this spot on the field, 4 down territory.
Yeah, it's tough to say that this early in the game, but, you know, when you're down 26-7 with an offense for New Lexington that hasn't slowed down all day, you're going to have to be able to put the ball in the end zone here.
So you don't have to get it all on this play.
That's correct.
Coy back to pass, lobs it down the right sideline, and caught. That went through the defender's hand. Braden, he got a hand on the defender pushed him back, and somehow was able to come down with that ball for another first down, and that was an incredible catch as well.
Oh, man, 2
on this drive, right?
Wow, sure. I mean, look, both good balls, but my goodness, that was impressive. And that was Braden, wasn't it?
It was.
Holy cow. He's got 3 receptions tonight. Again, coming into the season, he only had, 5 receptions coming into the game. Yeah.
Little wheel route that time and up the sideline, and there was some hand fighting down there.
Oh, that definitely was.
Both those catches are going to be in the highlight reel. 5 wide. Coy back to pass, quarterback draw. He'll go forward and then go backwards. Didn't quite get to the 20-yard line, and they'll drop him for a loss on the play. Coy's attempted that a couple of times tonight, not with much success, and it will be 2nd and 11.
A little bit slow to develop there. Coy's got to put that foot in the ground and just get upfield as fast as he can and get as much as he can.
Part of that is your linemen have to create a seam for you someplace.
Yep.
And there was nothing going that time for Isaac Coy. 2nd and long. I guess you just drop back and throw another miracle pass to one of your receivers.
I guess.
He's got Braden right behind him. Motion across. Braden straight ahead, and there is nothing going on up the middle. Braden has had a tough time against the middle of this defense all night long.
Sure has.
Chase Schreiner on the stop that time. And 3rd and long. They're not fooling anyway, and they're not moving them.
No, they're holding their ground up front, that's for sure.
9.5 left here in the 3rd period. Opening drive of the second half. Unioto from its own 30-yard line just inside the 25 of the Panthers.
Got one-on-one coverage over here with Langolf.
Trip receivers to the left. Boy looks that way, steps up under pressure, spun down. And Stinson shows he can play a little defense too.
They are just flying all over the field tonight.
Paul Stinson, who plays defensive end, comes up with a big sack there, and it'll bring up 4th down, and a loss takes it all the way back near the 29-yard line.
Stinson, no stranger to playing defense. I mean, he has certainly played on the defensive end, one of their leading tacklers coming into the game.
4th down. Coy back to pass, looks left, fires it deep to Langall. Jump ball in the end zone, and he ended up playing defender, knocked that away from one of the defensive players as that ball was thrown inside and comes up incomplete. So again, for the second time in as many possessions here, Unioto turns it over on downs and scoring position.
Yeah, would have liked to have seen him go to Langolf here on the short side of the field when he had single coverage. A little bit easier throw into the end zone. It would have been for Coy, but throwing it clear down the field to the opposite end, that's just a tough throw.
So with a 26-7 lead, the Panthers will take over at their own 29-yard line. Ratliff, after a big first half, uses a little motion, gets the defense adjusted, hands it off straight ahead, and Matthias on the carry. So Stinson playing defense, but not in on offense, at least to start the series here.
Yeah. Interesting, and that's how the first half ended as well. Matthias was in the backfield most of the time.
Trick play here by New Lexington. Linemen split both ways. Yeah. The Emory spread is what they call this.
And the Shermans were not fooled.
And the Shermans were ready for it.
They knew it was coming.
They shift back into a traditional set. Matthias offset to the left side. Bad snap, picked up and completed on the right side to the slot man. And that will be enough to move the sticks out there to Spicer. Out across the 40, give him the 42-yard line. Even after a bobbled snap, Ratliff didn't have any trouble zipping that one out to his leading receiver. 1st and 10. Spicer in motion, toss sweep, right side. Matthias trying to get to the edge, got maybe a couple off to the 45. They'll give him the 44 actually. 7-minute mark. No score here in the third period, but the Panthers with their first possession on the move here.
Certainly in no hurry.
Big lead, let that clock run a little bit.
Right.
Block wide to the left. Spicer in the slot. Slot to the right side. Stinson in the backfield now, along with Ratliff. Trip receivers to the left side out of the motion. Back to pass. Ratliff looking down the field, fires down the middle. Jump ball. Has his man. Spicer will pull it in and outrace the defense all the way to the bank. 56-yarder. And the defender went up at it, took a swing at it, missed it. Spicer didn't.
What a touch there by Ratliff, too, to put that exactly where he needed to, just out of the reach of Harsha, who had made some great plays in that first half. But Spicer shows you that speed. Once he caught it, there was nobody going to catch it.
Extra point attempt by Dixon is up and
snuck it through.
They did. It wasn't prodigious, but it was straight.
I won't ask you to spell that.
I won't try. Got it up high enough and far enough to make it count. And New Lexington extends their lead 33-7 with 6:28 left here in the third period. 4 plays to cover 71 yards. Not a problem there, was it?
Not at all. Pretty efficient. Again, you got to appreciate the touch there by Lane Ratliff.
Spicer's second touchdown reception tonight, had 6 during the regular season. And nearly 500 yards receiving. He's probably over the 100-yard mark now.
He's real close to it. That's his 4th reception for 94, and as you mentioned, 2 scores.
That takes a little bit of the wind out of the sails of Unioto that needed something positive to happen in their first drive. Turned it over on downs, couldn't get points on the board, and now New Lexington certainly has the clock in their favor with 6:28 to go here in the third, leading big 33-7.
And I didn't see heads hanging after that 4th down stop by the Shermans there in the red zone. Didn't see them hanging their heads, but boy, the way that New Lexington just moved the ball down the field.
Boom, boom, boom.
That's pretty heartbreaking if you're the Shermans.
Dixon, kickoff in the middle of the field again, goes deep in the direction of Welsh. He'll bring it to the middle from inside the 10, then stop, trying to change direction and back up the sideline. And he may be gone, and he will be. All the way down the left sideline to the house.
We're not done yet, partner.
Hey, Jack Welsh. And you can cash that check.
90-yard return for Welch, his second for 118 yards.
I'm going to give him 92 yards because he was inside the 10.
All right.
When he came out to about the 20, then he hesitated in the middle, and I thought, that's not good. That's not good strategy. He knew what he was doing.
He knew exactly what he was doing. He says, you hush up, Mr. Announcer. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Just threw the defenders off a little bit and got them on their heels, and then he turned it on.
Second score of the night for Unioto special teams, if you will. They scored once on a fumble recovery, that one on a kickoff return. Matheny on for the extra point attempt. Snaps there, hold down, kicks up, and that one is prodigious. Deep and through the uprights.
Into the darkness.
33-14. So hold the bus.
Don't start them yet.
So Unioto hanging around.
Hey.
Hanging around.
You just need to get that offense moving the ball a little bit. Special teams are coming through. Got to put a drive together, boy.
Cody Welsh, Jack Welsh, we talked a little bit about him tonight a couple of times, and the fact that he's basically filling in for a couple of starters that were hurt, and doing quite well, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, he's had a really good season coming in. I mean, he's one of their top receivers anyway, 19 receptions coming into the game with 3 touchdowns, and obviously he's had a couple receptions today and a big play there, obviously, but, you know, all-purpose yards, he hasn't really had any kick returns or punt returns on the season. So from that perspective, he's filling in big shoes there, and taking over, and that was huge.
Matheny on to kick the ball away. Back deep, Spicer, and boy, you don't want to give it to him, right?
Definitely not. He's back there by himself, so easy to kick it away from him.
About the 15, and again, the ball squibbed to the left side, and a fair catch called. And he did that earlier tonight, and it looked like maybe it was a mistake. Clearly not, as they are not kicking it in the way of Spicer.
No, definitely not. And real heads-up play there by calling the fair catch by the up man. Getting the ball back at the 40-yard line. You're not going to complain about that.
So 6:12 left here in the third period. 33-14 as New Lexington has the lead and the ball at their own 41-yard line. Ratliff has been on fire tonight with his legs and his arm. In the backfield here, Stinson behind him, blocking back in front of him. He'll hand it off, actually play action fake, go deep again, going to Spicer, and he can't quite catch up to it. Ratliff is showing off the strength of his arm as he stood close to his 30-yard line. That ball landed on about the 15.
Yeah, real good fake in the backfield, too.
Had me fooled.
Yeah, I just threw it just a little bit out of the reach of Spicer. We do have a flag. It's going to be a legal man downfield. So,
well, that ball was in the air for a long time.
Yeah, they're obviously going to decline that penalty.
Yeah, incomplete pass, and it was a long one. Spicer had a couple of steps on the defender.
Yeah, he definitely was open. And, obviously, for a high school kid to miss it by 2 yards, that's still a pretty good throw.
Play action certainly held the defense. So 2nd and 10. Stinson will take the handoff left side. Big hole, 50, and chopped down in by the secondary, but he was off to the races there. And one man from breaking that one. He is a big body, and when he gets moving downhill, Jack Weingartner dove at him and took his legs out from under him, and he comes up wobbly a bit. He'll be replaced by Blake Braden.
Longest run of the night for Stinson, 16 yards.
And a first down. 1st and 10 now from the Shermans, 43. Clock wound back into play. Under 6 to go here in the 3rd period. Panthers on the move again. Hand off right side. Stinson again looks for the cutback. Bounces off of defenders and then uses his second effort to pound inside the 40 near the 37. You get 210, 15 pounds. They start with him way in the backfield.
Yeah, he gets a head of steam towards that line of scrimmage. And maybe that rest on offense their last couple series was good for him. He's coming out firing.
Out of the pistol. Got 5 on the last carry. Again here. And again, right into the middle of that defense. Forward for another 6, maybe 7. They'll move the sticks again. And New Lexington has the ground game working now. And that makes that play action pass even more effective.
Oh, yeah, geez. And now Stinson gets a break. Matthias back in the game.
Little difference. Stinson at 205, Matthias 160, just a sophomore. He'll take the handoff left side, has the cutback, and pulled down by Long after a short gain as he tried to cut back across the middle. At this point, the Panthers with the big lead. Like to see that clock tick away. In the back of my mind, hard to not look to next week. If both these scores hold tonight, New Lexington against Indian Valley.
Might have some fireworks.
Ooh. I think a repeat maybe from last year. Again, Matthias, this time off the left side. Matthias, of course, not nearly as big, doesn't run with that same energy that you see Stinson, that downhill look.
No, he does. He had 109 rush attempts coming into this game, so he's certainly not a stranger with the ball in his hands.
3rd and 5. Well, 3rd and 5 means it's Ratliff time.
Right. He's been kind of quiet here, letting you fall asleep here by pounding the ball with Matthias and Stinson.
Matthias offset to the left. Ratliff with 3 receivers to the left. Looks that way. Pump fakes it. Has a man. That's going to be completed toe. And he'll get it forward. I believe, yes, he's got the first down inside the 15-yard line. Mark him at the 14 and move those sticks for the Panthers yet again. Safe pass. Good blocks on the outside, too.
Yeah, real good play design. Get Toth out there in space.
And Stinson back in the game. And Unioto going to take a timeout to think this one through. Panthers put points on the board here with 3:18 to go. You got to believe, you can start buying your ticket for next week.
Yeah, defense getting a little bit tired. He wants to just settle them down a little bit, let them catch their wind.
Stinson back in the ball game. You have to believe he's going to be the focal point, pounding it in from the 15-yard line out.
Yeah, 13 rushes so far for 69 yards for Stenson. He's certainly been the workhorse, which you would expect that, especially coming in to the game. He's over 1,000 yards on the season with 24 scores coming into tonight.
Had 38 carries a week ago, and I kind of figured we would see a lot more from him. Well, with the quarter and a half to go, you might.
You're right. Yeah, now it's Stenson time for sure. But, Ratliff, again, had 8 carries in that first half, and Matthias had a couple of them. But, they threw the ball a little bit, and some goofy things happened in that first half, so he didn't have the ball in his hands a lot.
Spicer and Dixon wide to the right. Stenson in the pistol set behind Ratliff. And I'll run to him on the right, looking for a cutback. And he will get it down close to the 10. They'll spot him actually just outside that. As Jacob Brenner comes hobbling off. Daquan James will replace him. 9th play of the drive for the Panthers, who started all the way back at their own 40-yard line. Spicer in the slot to the right side. In motion right to left. Handoff straight ahead. Stenson breaks a tackle to the 5, and he'll scamper into the end zone from 11 yards out. So Paul Stenson's first score of the night, 25th of the season. 11-yard run.
Broke a tackle probably about the 8-yard line. Somebody had an arm on him, slowed him down enough, but he kept those legs churning. Flew into the end zone for 83 yards on 15 carries now for Stenson.
Dixon on for the extra point attempt. Good snap, hold down. This one he drills with a little gusto to extend the lead. New Lexington. 9 plays to go 60 yards that time. The extra point makes it 40-14. And you got to wonder at this point, knowing what happened to Unioto a week ago and losing a couple of key players down the stretch, when does New Lexington say, hey, we need to keep these guys healthy for next week?
Well, they're going to need to be healthy for next week because Indian Valley is going to smack you in the mouth for sure. But, yeah, you have to be sparingly with some of those things. You got to be smart about it, of course. But Stenson would be one of those guys you want to let get a break for sure. But, some of the big guys get them some extra work in there. You certainly don't want to take the foot off the gas yet because you still got 2:30 here in the third. But you're right. You certainly want to have that in the back of your mind here. Coming up soon, you're almost on that running clock number anyway. One more score would do it.
Well, Unioto didn't get here by giving up. I'm sure that we'll see them give their best effort here for the next quarter and 2:31.
It's a group of tough kids for sure, and they've had a really good season this year. Again, first undefeated regular season in school history. They're certainly not going to be in a position to give up yet.
Dixon back on for another kickoff. He's kicked a couple short ones, couple deep ones. This one from the right hash kicks it across, and again taken by an up man, but that's Welsh there. They're going to run the fake reverse. Welsh has it, breaks a tackle out across the 40 and dives to the 45. He gets past that first line of defenders, and he might be off to the races again.
Absolutely.
And he wasn't very happy with that effort. He thought he had a good chance there. A little trickeration there to get things started, but 2:23 left here in the third. Unioto now needs to create some offense and some points with their offense.
Yeah, really quickly because you're running out of time.
From their own 44-yard line, this drive will begin with Carter flanking out wide to the right. Long in the backfield along with Coy. Shifts to the left side. 2 wide outs on each side. Coy looks to his left. Fires it. Nassim has Harsha had it in his hands, and then Spicer separated his hands from the ball. What good defense that time by Tyson Spicer.
Yeah, sure was. Because Harsha had it. He went up to get it, had it, but Spicer, as you said, split the arms and didn't give Harsha a chance to put both hands on the ball to secure it. But a good throw there by Coy, too.
Right on the money. Harsha, the tall freshman, had to step on the defender, but Spicer, as he's done all night, makes the play. 2nd and 10. Carter in the backfield. Motion right to left, handoff straight ahead to Carter, and nothing. Can't get back to the line of scrimmage. Harrison Ratliff. Ratliff, a senior linebacker, slice it in there, stopping him for a loss of 2 on the play, and it has been a tough night for Cody Braden.
Not a very big guy as Ratliff, but you see why he was the defensive player of the year in the district. He is fast. I mean, look at him. He's the smallest guy on the defensive side, but he's sticking his nose in there and lighting people up.
5'9", 170. I don't know if the 170 is right. 5'9" might be. Again, Braden again, straight ahead, and again, nothing. And again, guess who's on the bottom of that pile?
Yeah,
Harrison Ratliff.
Yep. I mean, you want to build a championship program, a championship team. Those are the kind of players you got to build around.
4th and 11, and the offense for Unioto looks to the sideline, and they will stay on the field. Our last 2 drives have ended on downs. This one may too, if they don't come up with a big play here. Welsh wide to the left, Langhoff to the right. Braden in the backfield as Coy rolls to his left. Fires it out in the left flat, and a diving attempt by Welsh. They'll say he did catch it, but that's not going to be enough. That will not move the sticks. Gain of 7 or 8 on the play, but short by about 3 yards. So again, the Shermans are going to turn it over on downs in New Lexington with the big lead, and 48 ticks left on the clock here in the 4th or 3rd period. Will head us to the 4th period after a play or so. They will take over just shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Spicer in the slot to the left, spreading the field. Stenson, the big back, takes the stretch play to the left, cuts it back over the middle, carries 2, 3, 4 defenders for about a 9-yard gain. They run it to him like he's going off tackle, but he plants that foot and cuts back over the center. And right in behind the defense, you got 9 there.
Pretty good vision by Stenson to be able to see that and that lane to be able to cut back into. But he's got a full head of steam when he hits that hole, so really tough to bring him down.
Play clock and the game clock about a second different. 2nd and 1. Low snap, play action, back to pass. Ratliff just over the head of Brayson Lee and stops the clock with 1 second. So the Panthers going for the jugular there. As Jacob Brenner comes limping off again. Now 1 more play here before the 3rd period ends. 30-yard. Stenson takes the handoff straight ahead. 1st down and plenty more. As he'll go into the secondary before finally Weingartner will pull him down. That'll move the sticks and move the clock. We'll head to the 4th period as we have the Panthers from New Lexington on top of Unioto 40-14. We're going to step out for 30 seconds. We'll do that. Be back with the 4th period right after this message.
I was sitting in my car and it wouldn't start. I lifted the hood and the engine was falling apart. What would I do? My eyes filled with tears. Then on the radio, I heard of West 40 by Pay here, where for a little money down and a little each week, I could have a car, nice, shiny, and sleek. So I walked in the door and I put the money down. Now I got a nice car that I can drive around. West 40 by Pay here will help rebuild your credit. The corner of Dewey and Route 40 in Cambridge, don't you forget it.
West 40 Auto Sales, corner of Route 40 and Dewey Avenue in Cambridge, is home of the guaranteed credit approval, with most loans approved while you wait. Go to their website to fill out an online loan application, west40autosales.com. You'll also find their weekly special listed there.
Looking back at Jim Rockwell Stadium, side of tonight's semifinal regional contest here, and it has been all New Lexington tonight. They lead at 40-14 and on the move again against Unioto.
One more quarter to get to the regional finals.
Anticipation. Yeah, just a score away here from getting that clock moving. Hand off to Stinson, the deep back, 1st and 10. He'll drag defenders inside the 25, and some of those Unioto defenders getting up a little bit slower after each one of those tackles.
Yeah, all of a sudden 210 or 220 pounds. Pounds keep adding to that. The more you got to tackle him.
9-yard carry by Stinson. Didn't have many in the first half, but this second half, wearing that defense out. Keeping that clock running. Blocking back, offset to the right. Stinson, the deep back. He'll have it again off the right side. Not much there. This time the defense pounces on him. Judah Zikafus, first contact that time. Pull him down for no gain, which has been a chore to do in this second half.
Yeah,
third and a yard.
He's up to 19 carries for 109 yards.
He gets that momentum going downhill. I don't want to be the first guy to step in front of him. I wouldn't put your car in front of him. It'd get dented up pretty good.
Yes, it would.
Long look to the sideline by Lane Ratliff. 3rd and a yard from the 24-yard line. Hands it off to Stinson. He's stopped again for short yardage. I don't know if he got enough. Donzel Newland on the stop, and they'll say no. 4th and a yard. So, I know what you're thinking. Fake it to Stinson and let Ratliff do his magic.
Ratliff has not run the ball in the second half yet.
Yeah.
Not once. I think he's due.
He might be.
Yep.
Again, long look to the sideline. The play's in. Here we go. Same formation. Couple wideouts right, one to the left. Stinson behind Ratliff. Fakes it to him. Play action down the middle. Wide open. Catch made and into the end zone goes Toth. Tanner Toth from that wing back position, and the play action pass from 25 yards out results in a score on a 4th down. Hey, we called her, partner.
Yeah, I mean, you knew Ratliff had to do something at that point, right? He still has not had a rush in the second half, but, pretty gutsy play call. But, look, you got to credit the Shermans. They've been playing pretty decent defense up front to be able to slow them down on those last couple plays, so why not try to open it up a little bit?
Extra point by Dixon is true to form.
And that'll be your running clock.
And 47-14, New Lexington extends their lead. 7 plays to cover 51 yards that time.
Really good touch there by Ratliff, too. Good fake, good touch, and credit Toth for being able to fight his way into that end zone because he was stopped probably about the 5-yard line.
Toth's second score of the night. First one from Ratliff. He's caught one from Spicer earlier. think we've seen, I don't know, most of the New Lexington playbook tonight.
I would think.
They've used a lot of different stuff here to keep Unioto on their heels.
Been pretty creative, that's for sure.
It's been fun. 9-10. To get that clock running, it'll keep going. 47-14. New Lexington can start selling tickets for next week's regional final, which will most certainly be against the Indian Valley Braves.
And early indications, we were guessing maybe Zanesville.
Be a good site.
Yeah, would make sense.
Midway for both teams.
Kind of midway between both.
Big enough venue.
Yep, yep.
And a short drive for us.
I'd like it.
Dixon, once again, kicked the ball away. Has not kicked it deep yet tonight. Forced a lot of the up guys to return it. Welsh back deep this time, and they'll squib it and keep it away from him.
Probably a good decision.
Ball loose on the ground and just covered up by Weingartner. So Unioto has moved the ball in their last 3 possessions, but has no points to score for it on the offensive side. And all the way back to the second quarter, their last 3 possessions, they've turned it over on downs.
Well, Coy's got 16 pass attempts for 95 yards so far in this game. I think he's going to have to add to that total here because running the ball at this point is not going to help you very much.
This drive starts from their own 32. Isaac Coy, 5 wide look. Long up in front of him. He'll fake the handoff to Cody Braden, and on the keeper, try to get wide. Spicer will not allow that to happen for much more than a few yards. Spicer covers so much territory.
Yeah, I was about to say, with Coy's speed, he had some real estate out in front of him, but man, the closing speed of Spicer to be able to slow him down and limit that to a 3-yard gain.
Tyson Spicer, 165-pound junior.
Yeah, you get to watch him in Ratliff next year.
Hey, they got a lot of guys coming back. Long shifts off to the left side, hand off to the deep back. Braden, he'll pound it to the right. Couple of yards, but boy, there just hasn't been a lot there all night long for Cody Braden.
There's a beanbag on the ground indicating a fumble, but Braden must have found it.
Got back on it.
Yeah.
The official, well, the clock's still going, but he got a man down, and that is Braden, I believe. Yep. Gets up, points to the sideline, and waves at his replacement, says, "You just stay right there." I'm not done yet. The senior going to hang out there for a little longer. There hasn't been a lot of space up there for him all night long. Under 7 and running clock. 1-by-3 set here with 3 wideouts right of Coy. Looks that way, fires it out in the right flat, and completed to Welsh, and a flag came in. And I think the initial call there is going to be a legal procedure, and that's going to negate that play.
So they're trying to decide whether or not they accept the penalty or not. If they take the result of the play.
It would be 4th down and
just a couple.
Yeah, still about 3 or 4.
Yeah, you got to take the penalty, I think.
Take the penalty. Hey, you're ahead 47-14. Take the penalty. The clock's running. You're in good shape, right?
There you go. That's the plan.
Yep. You're holding pocket aces, and there's aces on the board. What are you going to do, right? Go ahead. Push it in there.
Yeah, they are taking the penalty.
Well, they get the down again. And the clock ran that whole time we discussed it. Coming up on 6 minutes. Coy rolling to his left. Pressure on his backside. Flips it in the flat. Has a man. That's long. cut down by Spicer. And he got enough to move the sticks. So finally, Unioto getting a little bit of a break there. And pretty good open field tackle by Spicer that time. Long, not a little guy.
No.
205, 6'1", 205. Spicer giving up 40, 50 pounds there.
Yeah, Long's a beast for sure.
Didn't attack him high either.
No, that's his 10th catch on the year, 100, almost 200 yards.
Long steps up. Coy back to pass. Looks to his right. On the comebacker, Welsh will catch it, but he came back to the ball so far, he might only gain about 2 or 3 yards. That was a long pass.
Yeah.
I mean, Isaac Coy standing on the left hash, threw that ball outside the right hash.
That's a long way. That's why it takes so long to get there, and that gives your defenders an opportunity to jump in front of that and take it to the house. But Jack Welsh been pretty darn good tonight. 5 receptions, 81 yards for the Shermans.
New Lexington taking their speed. They put Spicer to the wide side. He would have been the wide side the last time and making the play. He's at the wide side, which is the left of the offense here. And the direct snap to Coy. He'll take it on the keeper and get close to midfield. See where they'll mark him. Maybe just shy of that mark at the 49. Bring the third down and about 4. Clock down to the 4:15 mark and on the move. 47-14.
Hitting the 4-minute mark here.
Tanks running out of gas and time.
Yeah, now's when those substitutions come in if you're the Panthers.
Welsh on the outside of 3 receivers left, the handoff inside to Long, and he is trying to push the pile forward to get the first down. Is going to come up short. They'll give him a couple on the play and be about a yard short. 4th and a yard for Unioto here in the waning moments of this regional semifinal. Tanks an unblemished regular season for the first time in school history. Into the regional semifinals. Ran into a buzzsaw here tonight against New Lexington. 4th and a yard. Back to pass, Coy under pressure, slings it, has his man Welsh with the catch. Dixon on the stop. Diving catch by Welsh on a 4th and 1 down around the 33-yard line. A little sidearm action by Coy that time.
Yep.
Able to put the ball right on the money with Jack Welsh, who's had a pretty nice night himself.
Yeah, he really has. We just mentioned it a minute ago, but now it's 6 catches, 96 yards coming in. Again, he had 19 receptions coming in to the game on the season, so has had a pretty nice year for the Shermans.
Handoff straight ahead. Braden pops it through for probably the first time tonight. Carson McCoy stepped up and cut him down after he picked up about 9 yards. Under 2 minutes and counting.
Longest run of the night for Cody Braden.
Longest drive of the night for the Shermans. This is their 9th play. Started their own 32. Too little, too late. 2nd and a yard. Boy, bad snap, pressure off the edge, and he's going to go down. Terrell King coming off the edge that time. Got there quickly.
Yeah, Coy had no chance. He had 2 guys on him, tried to sidestep him, and just grabbed him and took him to the ground for a 9-yard loss.
4th sack of the night, unofficially, I have for New Lexington. And yeah, he couldn't get outside the defender and didn't have time to plant and throw it. So now under a minute to play, facing 3rd and 10. Boy, back to pass. Deep down the right side, has a man down the sideline and over the head of Harsha, who's a little slow to get up down there.
And more than likely, that'll be your last play of the game.
Yeah, the clock's going to continue to tick away. Even on the incompletion.
No reason to snap it here. You're under the play clock.
Yeah. Competitors that they are, they want to run at least one more play, right?
They want to put it in the end zone, baby.
Harsha has to hustle back.
Everybody go deep.
Check that. That's Langloff out there. Goy takes the snap, rolls to his left. A lot of pressure, and he's going to flip it back to Long, who tried to flip it to another teammate, but that's going to end things. 000 on the clock as New Lexington's going to move on. Final score: the New Lexington Panthers 47 and the Unioto Shermans 14. So New Lexington will move on to the Region 15 final next week against Indian Valley. A game that many people, I think, have anticipated in the region for a while.
Yep.
And that anticipation will just grow in the next 7 days.
Rematch, I believe, from last year.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Indian Valley did win the state title last year. And they got a lot of their players back.
They, I think, have the state's longest win streak because of that. Won them all last year and won them all this year. Trying to do it at back-to-back. We're going to step out in our post-game here one time. Remind you, you're listening to tonight's broadcast brought to you by the NFHS, the live stream, and a delayed broadcast of this game provided by our company, AVC Productions on YRP-TV. We'll take a break. More coming up on the postgame right after this.
It's that time of year again. Football season is upon us. Hey, Mark Kelly here with Bicon Services, wishing all our local teams a great and successful year. As your premier commercial building contractor, Bicon Services is ready to tackle everything from small facility renovations to large industrial expansions. We're here to handle all your commercial and industrial needs under one roof. So while you're out there scoring the winning touchdown, let us work on making your next commercial project a success. Bicon Services, building the future one project at a time.
School's back. For some, things may feel overwhelming. Allwell is here to help you find a healthy balance. Our behavioral health services can keep your mind on track, while our primary care services can keep your body healthy. Our mission is to help people feel better, think more clearly, make good decisions, and have healthy relationships. We have offices in Zanesville, Coshocton, New Lexington, McConnellsville, Caldwell, and now on Wheeling Avenue in Cambridge. Visit us at allwell.org. Be well, stay well, all well.
Looking for an incredible deal on a new Ford, Lincoln, or Nissan? Come check out our vastly growing inventory selection and ask us about all the low APR options that are going on right now at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
If a new vehicle isn't in the budget, let us show you a pre-owned alternative that is sure to fit all your needs without breaking the bank. We know with the running from work to practice or games doesn't leave much time for car shopping, so view our full inventory online 24/7 at dutrosauto.com.
Best of luck to all the coaches and players this year. Have a safe and successful season from all of us at Dutro Ford, Lincoln, Nissan.
Honestly, we've all been there. That place where it's past anxiety, past focus, where even reaching out to your closest friend feels too hard. I'm Crystal Reynolds with Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions. We understand how fast those feelings can take over, especially with the stress of work, family, and life. That's why we've opened a mental health urgent care clinic in Cambridge, Ohio, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. No appointment needed. Just walk in. Come in today. Feel better today. Call us, Cedar Ridge Behavioral Health Solutions, Mental Health Urgent Care.
At Abel's, we're proud that so many people trust our family with their family's home comfort. I'm Russ Abels. For new heating and cooling, you can trust us to save you money with our high-efficiency systems. We're trusted for electrical work. Lighting, outlets, generators, complete home electrical service upgrades, we do it all. And you can trust us in an emergency. Whether it's heating, cooling, or electrical repairs, we promise to do the job right. It's what we do for family, and it's what everyone deserves. Trust Abels.
Looking for adventure? Check out the 2022 Ford Bronco 4-door Badlands at Doane Ford. This rugged ride is built to take you anywhere with just 18,000 miles and a soft top perfect for open-air freedom. Equipped for both off-road thrills and everyday comfort, this Bronco is ready for whatever the road brings. Don't wait. Vehicles like this don't stay long. Visit Doane Ford today and take the 2022 Bronco Badlands for a spin. Your next adventure starts here.
We know parenting is a full-time job, and it can be easy to get caught up in everyday life. The Ohio Children's Trust Fund and our partners are here for you because we all need a little help sometimes. We can connect you with essential resources in your community, everything from parenting support to ideas for self-care. For the love of your family, visit octf.ohio.gov/love to find the support you need.
For 129 years, Patrons Buckeye Mutual Insurance has proudly provided coverage for homes, farms, and families across Ohio. Our commitment to reliable, affordable insurance is something you can count on. Agents who write for us can be found at patronsbuckeye.com. Whether you're protecting your home, your land, or your legacy, we offer personalized service and true hometown care. Trust a neighbor. Trust experience. Trust Patrons Buckeye Mutual. Visit us at 16050 McConnellsville Road in Caldwell or find us on Facebook. Coverage that cares. Close to home.
Welcome back to Jim Rockwell Stadium for tonight's final of the Division IV Region 15 semifinal between the New Lex Panthers and Unioto Shermans. 47-14 the final here. The Panthers on top early all night and finally. And just kind of recapping some of the scoring here on our NFHS broadcast brought to you by AVC Productions. Panthers, 3 quick scores, one early. Lane Ratliff, a 67-yard run after a lateral there. Just a one-play drive as New Lexington goes on top early, 6-0. Added on to that one with just 28 seconds left in the first period. Spicer, a pass from Ratliff, and Spicer would score a couple of times himself on the night. Happened just a 4-play drive to make it 12-0 after the missed extra attempt. Terrell King got a little defensive score, 45-yard pick 6 to make it 19-zip before Unioto got on the scoreboard, and it was a defensive score. Jonah Renner, after a botched punt attempt, picked it up, stepped into the end zone. The extra point made it 19-7, but New Lex would add one more before the first half buzzer would sound. Spicer to Toth on the double pass. Tanner would scamper in, 8 plays, 57 yards. That a 27-yard touchdown pass on a 4th down play, making it 26-7 end of the first half. New Lexington would get things started in the third period with another Spicer score, this one 56 yards from Ratliff. The extra point made it 33-7. The ensuing kickoff, Jack Wells, 92 yards to the house to close the deficit, 33-14, but then it was all New Lex to close things out. An 11-yard run by Stenson, Big Daddy Stenson, as he scored around the house. To cap 100 yards on the night and a touchdown run there, making it 40-14, and then Ratliff to Toth again with just 9:16 to go. Final score 47-14. Panthers 11-1 and into the regional finals again. Unioto ends its season 11-1, and fine season for them, but the beat goes on for the Panthers in a rematch next week in the regional finals with the defending state champion, and a big win tonight for Indian Valley, who won 47-28 against Jonathan Alder.
Yeah, kind of surprising. Thought that Indian Valley score would be a little bit closer than that, but when you got Grady Kinsey, 305 yards on the ground and 6 scores, pretty tough to beat. But in our game, New Lex just, Unioto had their hands full. It's just that simple. New Lex is a pretty solid team. We knew that coming in. Defensively, for sure, they're really good. But offensively, they can score, and they can score quickly. I mean, 253 yards on the ground tonight for New Lex on 34 carries. But they also threw the ball in the end zone as well. I mean, Ratliff is the real deal. He's quick. He's got a good arm. He's pretty accurate, too. Just way too much for the Shermans tonight. Hey, go ahead.
Go ahead. You want to wrap up some of those stats? You got individuals?
I do. I throw out a couple of them. Again, 34 rushes, 253 yards for New Lex. 8 rushes for Ratliff, 136 yards, and all of that was in the first half. He did have that one score. 20 rushes for 109 yards and a score for Big Daddy Paul Stenson. Certainly the workhorse in the second half. Most of that came in the second half, and then a couple other ones for a couple yards. Ratliff through the air, 10 of 18, pretty efficient, 163 yards and 3 scores. Tanner Toth, 3 catches, 59 yards and a score. Spicer, 4 catches, 94 yards and 2 scores. So spread the ball around. 5 different receivers caught balls. Those were your leaders for New Lex. They lit it up on the offensive end, but more impressively, as I thought going in, is defensively. They fly around and they hit people. And when you can hold Unioto to 4 yards rushing, 4 on 24 carries, when you're talking about the offensive player of the year and Cody Braden, 13 rushes, 22 yards, but Isaac Coy, 10 rushes, minus 21 yards. David Coy did have one there late. Coy through the air, 9 of 21 with that pick 6 and 120 yards. Jack Welsh turned in a pretty good game. 6 receptions, 96 yards, and he also had those 3 returns for 130 yards and a score. So just not enough offense for the Shermans to be able to stay competitive tonight, and you just got to tip your hat to the Panthers because that was the reason. Not that Unioto couldn't do it. They've scored a heck of a lot of points this year. They averaged over 40 points a game, but they haven't seen a defense like the Panthers.
Well, the Panthers defense is going to have to show up a week from tonight when they play the Indian Valley Braves, and they've been there, done that, and they know what that task is ahead of them, and that should be a heck of a ball game.
Yeah.
You know, we talked about it earlier tonight and anticipating that game could be held in Zanesville, which would be probably the midpoint for both those teams, but that'll have to be decided this weekend, and I'm sure it will be heavily attended by many, many people. A lot of great athletes in that game, certainly for the Panthers and for the Braves. Final score again tonight, 47-14. I want to thank our guys on site here, Dalton and Sam, for handling all the heavy lifting. We did the light lifting, partner, and they did a good job as well. Hopefully we'll all be back in action again a week from tonight. Tonight's Game of the Week brought to you by NFHS, our live stream, and our delayed broadcast on YRP TV back at AVC World Headquarters. So if you want to see this one again, tune in there. That should be available shortly after game time. For the entire AVC team, including John Valentine, I'm Bill Kefuri. Till next time, folks. We'll see you then. Good night.
You've been listening to High School Football, a presentation of AVC Sports.